Visual. Fog rolling over a secluded wooden house. Crickets chirp, dim porch light flickers.
As wind howling softly, floorboards creaking, distant whispering.
It happened in 2013 in a remote hill village of Uttarakhand, India. A young woman named Suhana had moved back to her childhood home after the tragic loss of her husband in a highway accident. Grief-stricken and alone, Suhana hoped the silence of the hills would bring her peace. But what she found instead was hunger. Not hers, something else's. Visual. Suhana sits by the fire, flipping through old photo albums. Her face is hollow with sorrow. SFX, a knock, slow, then two more. Knock, knock, knock. Narrator. The first night was uneventful until 3:13 a.m. She heard a knock, then silence, then a whisper. SFX, whispering voice, layered and warped. Suhana, open the door. Narrator. She opened it. No one was there, just fog, but when she turned back, there were wet footprints leading into the house. Visuals. Rapid shots of disturbing events over the next days, bloodstains on her pillow, dead birds outside the window, a shadow crawling across the ceiling. Suhana waking up with bite marks on her neck. Su! Whispers, screams muffled in the distance, ticking clock growing louder. Narrator. She started feeling weaker each day, dizzy, pale, cold. The local doctor dismissed it as stress-related anemia, but Suhana knew something was feeding on her, draining her night by night. Visual. Suhana meets a local tantric priest, eyes filled with fear. Priest distorted, raspy voice. It is not disease, it is Churul, a bloodthirsty female spirit. They return to feed to replace the life taken from them. Narrator. He told her the horrifying truth. A Churul had latched onto her. But not just any spirit. This one was personal. A vengeful soul, born from betrayal. Visual. Suhana dreams of her late husband. He smiles. Then blood pours from his eyes. SFX. Heartbeat pounding. Screams underwater. Narrator. She began having dreams of her husband, but every dream ended with blood, fangs, screaming. She realized the spirit wasn't just feeding, it was replacing her memories. Bit by bit, Suhana was becoming it. Visual. Thunderstorm. Suhana sets up mirrors and candles as instructed by the priest. On the 7th night, she followed the ritual. Mirror in hand, candle lit, she waited. 3:13 a.m. It came. Candle flickers. A woman's cry. Mirror cracks. Visual. A ghastly woman, Suhana's doppelganger, crawls from the ceiling. Eyes black, mouth dripping red. It looked like her, but its eyes were hollow. It screamed and the mirrors shattered. Suhana chanted as the priest taught her, blood pouring from her ears, but she didn't stop. Visual. Sunlight hits the house. Suhana collapses. Candles extinguish. SFX, silence, then birds chirping. Narrator. At dawn it was gone. The curse lifted. Suhana survived, but barely. Weeks later she moved away. No one knows where, but to this day her house stands abandoned. Visual. YouTuber exploring the abandoned house with a flashlight. Static. Eerie whisper returns.
Suhana.
People who visit say they still hear her name whispered at night. Others say they've seen a woman with red eyes, watching them through the cracked window. Believe what you want. But if you ever hear a knock at 3:13 a.m., don't open the door.